Our tastes in film may seem destructive, but this is a productive dialogue. Damn it, your mother ate my dog.
Your Mother Ate My Dog, the podcast.
Your mother ate my dog.
Screamed that. Very excited to be back again. Once again, my good friend Jesse. I'm his
Howdy.
good friend Josh. Episode 56? I'm not prepared for that. Is it 56?
I don't know. It's in the 50s, that's for sure. I think it's 56.
Here, let me just take a look. Yeah, 56.
Great. You know what the best part of this episode is? No. The best part is whatever the person in your house is listening to in the background.
Interesting.
Sounds like a reality show of some kind.
My microphone is so good. Catches that up. I'm closing the door. The door's closed.
Now I can't hear The Bachelor.
No, it's I would assume it's just like Instagram reels.
Instagram reels played on the TV?
No, I believe that's just on our phone.
Oh, from your video, it looked like it was a TV.
Well, we're not in the same room, so
we're not in the same room, and we're also not. We can't see each other. We don't have the video going.
I mean, we could.
Easily. We could. That would be really strange, though, I think.
Oh, I tried to do it, but it said while recording, you cannot change camera settings. So we have to unrecord it to do it. Anyways, Jesse, it's been so long. What's new in your life?
You know, Josh, I got to tell you, not a whole lot has been going on. Just been living my life. I've been living the dream, going to work, going to sleep, all those combined. It's just the same old routine.
I'm sitting back from my really far back from my microphone. Do I still sound clear?
You sound clear. Yep. Yeah. It sounds like the room you're in is doesn't have very many things in it. It's echoey, if you will.
I mean, if I had my camera, you'd be able to see that. You're kind of right, but also kind of wrong.
Okay.
So yeah, thanks for asking about what's going on in my life. Do I have a story for you?
Oh, please. I would love to know.
Okay. Just to a little preamble here.
Okay.
Listener discretion advised.
Oh, gosh.
I am going to be talking about something that is disgusting, something that we all do, but we don't like to talk about it.
Pooping.
Okay, so it started Sunday. I don't know, 2 Sundays from now. 2
Sundays from now?
two
Sundays in the future. Oh, okay. In the 2 Sundays ago. Okay.
2 Sundays ago, I have, much like yourself, I have 3 cats.
Mm-hmm.
One cat is very young.
Right.
One cat is like 3. And actually, the very young cat is having his 2nd birthday coming up. Very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have an old boy. Mr. Gino. So in the past, it's like 2 years ago, he had an issue with his butt. His anal gland kind of discretion, something that can happen in cats that I've become kind of an expert in is anal gland. They can kind of get clogged up and then exit through, because there's like canals that lead to the bum where the poop comes out of, and then the anal sacs are connected to the, and everything there can get kind of clogged up, and it needs somewhere to go, so it comes out the skin.
Okay.
So 2 Sundays ago, we noticed that poor Gino, something was happening with his butt. So we got him a vet appointment that same day, got him all cleaned up. his anal glands were relaxed and everything was out of his butt. So this Monday, I took him back for his recheck appointment to make sure everything was going well with him. And for the most part, yes, everything great with Gino. His wound where things happened wasn't healing as well as one had hoped. So we got him a cone. So he has to wear a cone now. He doesn't currently have one on, but to prevent him from licking the wound and so it heals properly, he has a cone. He doesn't like the cone. Today, he had the cone on all day while we were at work. Then when I came home, we take the cone off because he can't eat with the cone on. It's very difficult. Take the cone off, let him eat. Then we put the cone back on afterwards. He certainly did not like that. So he goes to the litter box, has himself a little poop, decides to like get it all on him somehow. There's a lot of poop on him. He was quite a few places in the house, including it was all on him. So we had to clean a few things, a lot of the ground, some furniture cleaned up.
Yeah.
Then I took him to the bathtub. We had a nice little bath, cleaned him all up, and now he's under, I believe he's under the bed beside me, all upset because he had to have a bath today. But he is poop free, and his butt is healing good.
Well, that's great. My cat also had a poop incident recently where she kind of got it on her butt and decided to put it all over my side table and on our floor and part of our couch. So that was good. But it was not in an act of cone defiance, if you will.
I don't think he was defiant. It just looked that way. He had the cone on and was all disoriented in the litter box, and things escalated from there. Also, we went to IKEA this weekend.
Wow, that's a 180. You were in Vancouver going to IKEA, were you?
I went to Vancouver. It was our Easter trip with Megan's dad, and he lives by an IKEA. So we went to an IKEA and spent a lot of money.
You can get lost in that place, man. There's so many things you didn't realize you needed.
It's a day trip. It's also the first time that I ate at the cafeteria there, their restaurant. I was looking for $1 hot dogs, but I got the poutine instead.
How was
we'll
that?
Give the poutine a 6.5 out of 10.
Hey, could be worse.
Which reminds me. Anyways, yeah, that was. You didn't have a very what's the word? Adventurous week. I did.
Yeah, you were the adventurer of the week. That's our segment of the week, adventure of the week, and you have won. And now segment is over.
Yes, segment is over. And let me just
pull up the good old spreadsheet, which I assume is what you're doing.
No, I don't have that up. That's I'm just talking to the AI to get me a score of this movie. Could you provide a brief review of the 1998 film? Oh yeah, today's film we're doing is Smoke Signals. It's a Jesse movie.
It is a Jesse movie.
1998. I watched this movie in university. I said that before. But yeah, it was a good to revisit. A lot of new stuff. Not that we're talking about the movie, but
right.
Unless you want to.
Well, we can talk about the movie whenever you're ready. Whenever you're done clickety and clacketying over there with your keyboard.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done clicking and clacking. I feel like there's more I want to talk about. I went to IKEA. Took the ferry. That was fun.
Mm-hmm. I've been doing a lot of
Busy.
that lately. Going over and paddling with my Samoa buddies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can talk about your thing.
No, that was it. That's all I had to say.
You getting excited about going to Samoa?
Oh yeah, big time. But it's still a little while yet.
Is Mackenzie getting excited about going to Cuba?
Yes, she definitely is. Just so much excitement going on. I do feel like I'm going to be lonely when she's gone. She's going to be gone for like a whole ass month.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
I have no idea. Play video games, maybe.
Watch a lot
Cry
of movies?
myself to sleep, something like that. Yeah, watch a lot of movies. Yeah. Exactly.
And that's in June?
That's in July, man.
July, okay. Because in June, I'll be gone for a week as well. So we'll have to take another week off the podcast. This summer's going to be, less your mother ate my dog and more us venturing out into the world.
Yeah, finally getting to see what this world has to offer,
But we'll have more to talk about.
That's true. We'll come back because, I'm going to be gone for like 3 whole ass weeks.
What am I going to do?
Gee, I don't know. Go on without me, I guess. You and Greg can make an episode or something. Don't do that, actually.
Interesting. Well, yeah, I mean, this show is Josh and Jesse, which wouldn't be the same.
Yeah.
Without you. Wouldn't be the same without cat scratching and letterbox, which is very actually on point for today's episode 56.
The litter box episode.
Smoke signals. Again, I apologize for the gross story. It's just this is encapsulating my life. Vet visits. I've been to so many vets.
Yeah.
I went to on Monday. I went also to our baby has to go to a cat eye specialist, a cat ophthalmologist.
Oh, gotta get him some cat glasses.
Some cat eye drops, which cost $131.
Jeez Louise. The
And then
things we do.
It was 150 something just for it was just a recheck as well. Just for them to be like, yeah, nothing's really changed in the 2 weeks since you've been here.
They charge you for the recheck?
They charged me $158 to recheck the cat.
That's crazy. Usually the follow-up ones are like freebies.
Not the special cat eye doctor.
Oh, man, it's a racket.
But I think we're done with that for now as well. So
that's good.
My goodness, Smoke Signals, 1998.
Yes, indeed.
Coming of age comedy drama.
Yes. What did you think overall?
Oh, that's a mic. Like, it was a very enjoyable watch.
Yes.
For a quaint 90-minute film, it was not boring. The last movie we watched, The House, was boring.
Yeah.
Also 90 minutes. This was not boring, but not because a lot of stuff happened. I just thought the actors were very engaging.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the actor who plays Thomas.
Yeah.
Victor, very familiar to me, the actor. Not too sure where I've seen him, but apparently he was in Walker, Texas Ranger.
Okay.
And other stuff, but yeah, the acting was great in this. I thought the story was great. Visually, it was pretty good. I didn't quite like Victor's wig at the end.
Yeah, that was a little distracting. But yeah, I felt I felt as though this movie was very full of life and very happy at times, but then also like very depressing at times.
Well, it started with a fire in which people died.
Yes, yes, but it was very, um, yeah, it just felt very real, full of life. That's how I described it right as it ended.
Many Canadian actors.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. At least one that I noticed because I was looking up some of the actors who's Co Salish. I think was from North Vancouver. He's since passed, but um,
Was that like the radio guy?
yeah, yeah, looked like the guy who was like given the weather reports and the weather and the traffic.
Right.
Yeah, which was very
So
funny.
so that um, the guy who did the radio.
Hmm.
I mean, that was very like reminiscent of the Spike Lee movie we watched.
Yeah, I thought that as well. Yeah, this movie I had a lot of like moments where I actually genuinely laughed. It was actually quite funny. That's why I thought, and yeah, but then moments that were actually quite sad and rather moving. So it kind of had it all.
Yes, it kind of had it all.
Hmm. And yeah, it was interesting getting this sort of. I mean, they showed it multiple times on like televisions in the movie, like the stereotypical like Indian, like cowboy and Indian movies or whatever. And then this being more like getting the indigenous side of a story, which was refreshing.
Yeah, like one of the first ones it would appear.
Yeah, it's got. Pretty sure that's true, and yeah, very good.
It's in the National Film Registry now for its importance,
Oh, really? That makes sense.
much like Do the Right Thing.
Well, there you go.
I didn't plan this. I had picked my movie before I watched my movie for next week before I watched this one.
Hmm.
Um, but they talk about Dances with Wolves a lot, and that's kind of a spoiler for next week.
We're not watching Dances with Wolves, are we?
We're not watching Dances with Wolves, no, but
Very good.
it's very.
I've seen that movie, and it's like freaking 3.5 hours long.
Oh, I didn't ask you if you've seen the movie that I've picked, so maybe we'll have to. Well,
Well, to be
never
fair, the
mind.
last like two movies I've picked, I didn't bother asking if you've seen them, and you had seen them already.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, the one issue that I had with the movie um, was that apparently there's no way that one bus driver could have driven the same bus continuously from Idaho to Arizona because there's a federal law that prohibits that from happening.
That was your
Took me
problem with the movie?
took me right out of it.
That's fair. Yeah, as soon as they took off, you go, but wait a minute. They can't legally do that. That's fair. That's the law we all already know about. Not a law abiding film.
Yes, Thomas. Um, Thomas builds the fire.
Hmm.
He was my favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't seen anything really else from him. I don't think he acted much after this,
Right.
but he had a
I
great
don't know if most
performance.
I don't know if most of these people were actors before this film came out. I don't know.
Um, Victor's mom, played by Tantu Cardinal, is I saw her. She's a stage actress as well, and I saw her playing Victoria.
Really?
Also an Indigenous play. I can't remember what it's called. I could probably look that up. But yeah, she was great.
Yeah, I liked her as well. I There was a lot of fry bread in this movie. Did you know about fry bread before you watched this movie?
I've heard of fry bread before, sure.
Yeah. I actually, one time, one of the people I paddle with, he's indigenous, and he invited me to paddle with him one time. And so I guess it was like, I went there twice, once to do a practice and once to actually do a race, which was an outrigger race. By the time I went over there to practice, they let me try war canoe, which is something you can't just do if you're not indigenous. You have to be like invited. So I was very grateful to be able to do that. And then when I got to do the race, which was like an all indigenous race, I was like one of only, I think I might have been the only white guy there. They had a stand with fry bread. And like I knew that was an indigenous food. Like I wasn't going to just go and order some or whatever. But the guy that I came with insisted I try it. So I did. And it was delicious. So I feel very lucky to have been able to try that. And yeah, so that was, and I mean, I knew about fry bread before this movie, but I guess it's a more of a cultural thing than I even thought because it's mentioned so many times in this movie, right? So
Yes, and Victor's mom had the best fry bread.
the
How
best,
did you like Thomas's stories?
Um, yeah, they were good. I mean, like, I guess that is, I don't know how much of like what I know about indigenous culture. I mean, storytelling is a big thing. I mean, they even in part of this movie they were joking about being like a good storyteller, like when they were talking to those girls in the car, Lucy and somebody else. Like, oh, like dude did a great job of exhibiting the oral tradition or something like that. But yeah, I mean, he was a storyteller, so I don't know if that was. I don't know if they were trying to poke fun at it or if they were. I don't know, but I did like them. I can't
That's
claim to
kind of
know all that much about indigenous culture, I guess.
well, just in the how it was used in the movie,
Oh, I see.
like because it was the ending was basically his recollection.
Hmm. I thought it was a good part of the story. I also liked how it weaved the past and the present. Like some of the
Yep,
shots are very interesting about how it like quickly transitioned to when they were younger versus when they were older.
this didn't necessarily feel like a low budget movie.
No, I wouldn't say so. No. It was definitely like, actor driven and not so much like effects and like big um sets and stuff like that. But like I guess the overall feel did not feel low budget. I can see what you mean.
Thank you.
And I think there was a lot about in this movie about um like trauma, not so much, not just trauma like um at the individual level. Like if you think about Victor and his father and like the tragedy of the fire and all that, but
Hmm.
also like the trauma of just the influence of white people on indigenous people. That was a part. But I felt like there was like an interesting amount of like acknowledging that those things happening, but not dwelling too much on them and just kind of like showing us how they dealt with it. It was like a good balance, I thought.
Yeah. How did you feel about like the only, well, the majority of the white people in this movie were negatively portrayed?
Um, well, I mean, it made sense to me. I mean, there was like a one, I guess if you could say maybe white character that was like in the middle, like that gymnast character or whatever. She wasn't
Oh,
necessarily. bad, you know.
Yeah, well, and like the cop too, like listen to them and let them go,
Yeah.
and then the wife. So it was just like one bad guy.
Yeah, there weren't even a ton of white people in it, but there was like some stereotypical like, oh, why don't you go have your powwow over there, sort of, you know, that sort of portrayal.
Yeah, and with the car accident, like the guy, the
Yeah,
drunk guy was like, "Oh, tell him it was you." Like that doesn't make any sense because like,
right. But
well,
yeah,
the truck, but
I'm sure that's you know, that thing has sort of happened maybe to the writer of the screenplay or whoever, but I'm sure that's happened a lot and blame it on. Yeah.
Sherman Alexie
Hmm.
um, was wrote the screenplay, but it was based off of a short story.
Yeah, so I saw that about
You,
the Lone
you yawning?
Ranger. No, with the Lone Ranger and Tonto meet in heaven or something like that. I can't remember what the name of the short story is, but it's something like that.
They fist fight in heaven.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Yeah, might have to read that.
Well, it's a short story, so it would probably
Not take very
wouldn't
long.
take it that long.
Yeah.
So short it was.
But yeah, overall, it's like a very feel good and happy movie at times, like I said, and then depressing at other times. But it found that nice balance and was just overall pretty enjoyable. Had a lot going for it. For like, it wasn't flat. It was layered.
Yeah, it had a positive ending.
Hmm.
Nice character development.
Yeah, and also like very easily could be in a film study class, like what you experienced. It was more to the just the surface, you know.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. So I'm glad I picked this one.
What made you pick it again?
I can't remember. I saw it. I think I was searching like '90s indie films or '90s cult films or something like that, and this was on one of the lists.
We'll be watching a 90s indie film next week.
Ooh.
But enough about that. Do you have anything else before we get into scores?
I don't think so.
Okay. It's a Miramax film.
Yeah, sort of
Interesting.
a bigger film studio, or I think that's what it is, right? A film studio.
If it even exists anymore. Oh, it was founded by Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, well, that part's not great.
It's now owned by Paramount. So really, I think Miramax is just Paramount now. Okay. Well, on that note, acting score. How
Mm-hmm.
about you go? You go first for acting.
Okay. I really especially enjoyed the acting from when they went into the past, like the younger actors. And um, I would say if I were like to nitpick, perhaps the grandmother character. I don't know if I was crazy about her performance, but um, I think it was just in the beginning. It just felt like over dramatic, but maybe it got better for me over time as I think about it. I guess I don't know. Um, but overall, like that, no real problem with acting. It was all quite enjoyable, all quite real, believable. I really liked Gary Farmer. He's the guy who played Arnold Joseph. I liked his performance probably the best, along with Evan Adams, who played Thomas. Um, yeah, and also if I were being nitpicky as well, Adam Beach, who played Victor, the older Victor. Maybe not like the most stellar performance ever, but I don't know. All that being said, I gave acting an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, Adam Beach is probably the most well known to come out of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume. I thought he was fine. The wig after he cut his hair, it was a bit distracting. But that doesn't have anything to do with his acting.
Right.
I really enjoyed Thomas the most. I did like Gary Farmer's Arnold as well. The drunken dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for the most part, everybody did great. I enjoyed their performances. This wasn't like a movie where it was over the top, like a negative performance that kind of stood out.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave it a 7.5.
Okay, nice.
7.5. Ending. Ending was. I mean, this movie was pretty simple. Like the direction they were going is the dad dies and they go to collect his stuff and then they come home. Like that was the movie basically.
Mm-hmm.
So like them reaching their destination in Phoenix and the end of the movie was pretty quick. So I don't know what really the ending was.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a feel good ending at the end when Victor splits the ashes because Thomas considered Arnold as a father figure because he did save his life, and he saw him in a much different light than Victor did, and so they split it, and then both got to dump his ashes, which hit you in the feels, felt pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I give the ending a 7.
Okay. Yeah, I liked the ending. It's like, yeah, I guess Victor coming to peace with the reality of his father and really why he left and why he was struggling and all those things. Yeah, a feel good ending, but an ending with like a lot of meaning. And it was yeah, I liked the ashes in the river, and yeah, it kind of brought the whole story together in more than one way. So I gave the ending an 8.
Okay, well, I'll go first for score to 10 because I feel like your score to 10 is going to be higher than mine,
Okay.
just based on your 2 8s.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, it was a fun watch. A lot of Canadian actors, some familiar faces. Acting was great. The ending was good. There was no boring moments. I stayed engaged through the whole movie, and that's kind of what you'd want in a movie. I give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Nice. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Was very engaged. Went through a whole plethora of emotions, and yeah, I found it very interesting seeing like the different point of view that you wouldn't normally see, and yeah, overall, and the acting, like you said, was good, and I really enjoyed the ending. So for me, overall, I gave it an 8 out of 10, just like my other 2 scores.
Did you cry?
Yes, I did near the end.
Well, I only gave it an 8.
Yep. Just one tear. I was a little overwhelmed at one point.
And this is the first movie you've cried. Podcast movie you've cried on, you think?
Probably. Oh, this and Con Air. Yeah.
Do I have to add that as a score? Did you cry? Yes or no?
You could probably leave that out.
Okay. Well, you're not gonna cry for the next movie, but that's fine. Okay, that was Smoke Signals, 1998.
Episode 56. I've confirmed.
Episode 56. Yep. So last week we talked about we played the box office game. from 1990 or 2001, and it was Harry Potter, the first Harry Potter, and there was Shallow Hal, which has Jack Black in it. And we were looking up Jack Black. What was he in before 2001 to warrant his starring role, one of the starring roles in Shallow Hal?
Mm-hmm.
And one of those movies that he was in, which would not have added to his star power, was Waterworld.
Right.
The 1995 Kevin Costner film, Dances with Wolves. Waterworld. The critically bombed, overpriced. This movie cost so much to make, but didn't bring in nearly enough. Waterworld.
That's what we're watching? Waterworld?
Aren't you excited to see what all the fuss is about?
I guess so.
Let's just see how long it is.
It's 2 hours and 15 minutes.
All right, buckle in. Waterworld.
Lovely.
Just looking at the Wikipedia quickly, under plot. During their quest to find dry land, many other events happen to them. So this movie... now you're yawning. This movie cost it was $175 million to make, but it made $264 million in the box office. So it made money.
Oh, okay.
45% on Rotten Tomatoes, which we don't care about.
No.
Smoke Signal's got like 81, which fits with your scoring.
Yes, that's true.
Before we give up on Smoke Signals, I just wanted to let you know what the AI gave it out of 10.
Oh, yes.
8 as well.
Hey.
Now we can just see a little preview for next week. See what it gives for Waterworld. Because maybe it's better than we think.
It's an underappreciated gem that people just shit on because that's what everyone else does.
I feel like ChatGPT is very positive.
It does seem that way.
Well, I gave it a 6, so not bad. Not bad. Okay, Jesse.
Yes.
One half of Your Mother Ate My Dog, the podcast. We got some time to kill.
Right.
What were you doing the weekend of January 23rd, 2009?
Oh boy, I was just getting ready I was in my penultimate year at high school. I was just living my best life. And also going to the movie theater.
Okay. Thank goodness, because we got some doozies here.
Okay.
Would you like to start at the top or the bottom today?
Give me the top.
Okay. So the top one is a Sony Pictures movie.
Mm-hmm.
This is week 2. It grossed a total of almost $65 million.
Okay.
Would you like the actor?
Yes, give me the first actor.
Kevin James. 2009. I think we know exactly what this is. Kevin James.
Of course we do.
Number 1. Are you not thinking Paul Blart Mall Cop?
I'm not thinking Paul Mall Cop. I'm thinking, what's that movie he did? Okay, well, give us the second actor. If it's Adam Sandler.
It's not Adam Sandler. I don't think Kevin James would be first billed for grown-ups. If that's what you're thinking.
Not grown-ups. No, there's like this other movie. Anyway, who's the second?
Somebody I've never heard of before named Keir O'Donnell.
Okay, if it's somebody we've never heard of, then I think you need to go with Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Actor 3 is also somebody I've never heard of, Jayma Mays.
Yeah.
So we're guessing Paul Blart Mall Cop. So it'd be Mall Cop 1, not Mall Cop 2. It's Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Okay. Perfect.
Huge. The second movie is also a Sony Pictures movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's in its first week, $20 million.
Okay.
The first actor is somebody named Rona Mitra. Rona Mitra.
Oh boy. Can you give us the genre?
Genre is fantasy action thriller. I will give you actor 2, Bill Nighy.
Oh boy.
Actor 3, Michael Sheen.
Michael Sheen. What the hell?
The tagline is "Every war has a beginning."
Every war has a beginning. 2009. What the hell? I have no idea what this could be.
The plot gives it away a little bit.
Okay.
Prequel to the first 2 Underworld films. So it's Underworld. I don't know. Is it Underworld Blood Wars? Is it Underworld Awakening? Is it Underworld Endless War?
I'm gonna
Underworld
guess
Evolution?
Awakening. Give it Awakening.
Underworld Rise of the Lycans? Okay, Awakening?
That sounds like a pretty cool title.
It's not Awakening.
Oh boy.
Rise of the Lycans? It's Rise of the Lycans. Look at that.
I haven't seen any of the Underworld films. Have you?
No, but isn't Kate Beckinsale in it? Is that Underworld? Or is that Maya Jankovic or something? Okay. This one might be a bit easier. It's a Warner Brothers movie.
Mm-hmm.
In the 7th week.
Oh.
But it's only made $97 million.
Okay.
So 7th week, oh, you're thinking, oh, November. Was there a Harry Potter movie that came out in 2009 or 2008? But it's only made $97 million.
Yeah,
it's probably not. First actor is Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood? 2009? So
yeah.
Is it what? $1 Million Baby? Who's the second actor?
Christopher Carley. No, $1 Million Baby was like 2004 or something.
What's that freaking movie where he's like an old, like angry man and he's like drives around in a truck?
And I know exactly which one you're thinking of. I don't know the name though. The tagline is "Ever come across somebody you shouldn't have messed with?"
Yeah. That's the movie. Because I've seen that scene where he's like talking to these guys and he's like, "You ever think about how there's," and then that exact line. What the hell is that movie called?
It's not called like The Old Man or something?
No. It's called like, gosh, I know this one. I've seen that clip so many times. It's just not coming to mind.
Just gonna Google Clint Eastwood Old Man. Old Man movie. Is it called? No, it's not The Mule.
Oh, it's Gran Torino, I think. Gran Torino.
Gran Torino, you think? Is that a good game? That doesn't come up.
GRAN, no D.
O-T-O. Gran Torino. It is Gran Torino. Yep, there he is. Disgruntled Korean War veteran Walt Kowalski. All right. Well, less good on this one than last week. But
Yeah. Well, January is not usually a big box office month.
number 4 is a Paramount Pictures.
Mm-hmm.
This is its second week. It's grossed $37 million.
Oh, gosh.
Starring Emma Roberts.
Emma Roberts. If you said Emma Thompson, I would have guessed Nanny McPhee, but Emma Roberts, that's a whole different story.
Jake T. Austin. Is that not the 2.5 Men guy?
I don't know.
Don Cheadle is the third actor.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Emma Roberts. What is she? Because she's in like American Horror Story, which is TV, obviously. I don't know. The genre is comedy family. Oh yeah, she's also in like We Are the Millers, but that would have like Jennifer Aniston and
Right.
Jason Sudeikis. But comedy family, starring Emma Roberts. The tagline is "No stray gets turned away." It's not animated though.
I have no idea.
Placed in a foster home that doesn't allow pets, 16-year-old Andy and her younger brother Bruce turn an abandoned hotel into a home for their dog. So is this like...
Isn't that a stupid movie called like Hotel for Dogs or something?
Yeah, you know what? I think something like that. Hotel for... There's literally a movie called Hotel for Dogs, and you're telling me that's the movie, Hotel for Dogs.
Oh.
Good job. No points, but...
That's fine.
That's fine, yeah. The last movie of the week is a Fox Searchlight movie in its 11th week.
Oh boy.
It has only surpassed $56 million.
We got no hope in hell.
Dev Patel is the first actor, which Dev Patel, this is too late for what's that movie? The one when he's on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Slumdog Millionaire?
Slumdog Millionaire.
I'm pretty sure Slumdog Millionaire came out in 2008. I'm pretty damn sure.
Because I was thinking like, yeah, well, I'll do Slumdog Millionaire. 2008? Well, I guess it's
If it's been in the freaking theaters for this long, it's probably for a reason. Like it's very critically acclaimed.
It is Slumdog Millionaire.
There you go.
Wow. A teenager reflects on his life after being accused of cheating on the Indian version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
That's a good movie.
All right, well, that was fun.
That was just thrilling.
That was fun for us. It's probably not fun for you guys listening to this episode, but I don't care because we're hitting it big these days.
We do this for us and not for you, so you guys can just suck it.
Well, I didn't want to say that.
Oh yeah, I mean, never mind. Don't suck it.
Yeah, so Waterworld next week. You probably already have a movie for the week after.
I have an idea. Yep, not 100% set on it though. Might change.
You'll watch Waterworld and be like, I want more of this.
Yeah. I might want another Kevin Costner movie.
It says it's on Prime, but I don't trust that.
I actually looked it up. It is on Prime.
Well, there you go.
How lovely. Thank you, Josh.
Don't have to go visit your handy dandy video rental place.
Which is what I did for this movie.
Here's a question for you.
Okay.
You have access to my Crave.
Yes, I do.
Have you watched anything recently?
Have I watched anything recently on Crave? Yeah, we tried watching Yellow Jackets.
Okay, so that was you.
Yeah, we watched the first episode and we're like, eh.
It is a show that like is a slow burn, but I think it's well worth it to continue.
It's kind of like, oh yeah, they're gonna end up eating each other, and how do they do it? And who cares? That's how I fell out of the first episode.
There wasn't an episode this week. They're in season 2 now, and it like ruined our night because like we planned our dinner around it. Yellow Jackets, and it didn't happen.
Why didn't
So
it
then we
happen?
because they skipped a week for some reason. I don't know. It's
Bastards.
sort of holiday. It's not, but so we finished Beef. Beef was good.
Right.
Well, Beef was weird. It was a weird ending, but if you like Glenn, we do talk about sometimes movies we've watched in the past week.
Right.
We, as I mentioned before, went over to visit my lovely girlfriend's father for Easter, our Easter.
Yeah.
And we watched a movie on Netflix called Chupa. Have you come across Chupa while browsing Netflix?
No, but Mackenzie told me about that movie. That like calling it Chupa is like like I don't know. I can't remember what she said.
Like, is Chupa a bad word?
Yeah, it's like part of Chupacabra or something, right? But like if you just say Chupa, it doesn't make any sense.
No, but if you watch the movie, the name Chupa does make sense. Because it is named, because it is about chupacabras.
Oh, Chupa just means suck. Because a Chupacabra is a goat sucker. So if you just say Chupa, you just say suck. And so...
Well, that's what they name it when they find it. They name it Chupa.
They call it suck.
But it's a movie based in Mexico. Much like Jack Black's movie Nacho Libre, there was some lucha libre aspects to it. Much like Peanut Butter Falcon.
Right.
Kind of.
It's all ties together. And it's not just sucking, by the way. It's sexual sucking. So in case you wanted your fill of sexual sucking, is there sexual sucking in that show?
No, it's a children's movie. It's a children's
movie,
but it's like really low budget. It's like Christian Slater plays the bad guy, but it's one of those movies where it's like this is not good. What are you doing in this movie?
Why is Christian Slater in that movie? That's weird.
I don't know. It gives off like E.T. vibes, gave off Elf vibes with this frickin' chupacabra. Did I tell you that like we went to see a live wrestling show?
No. I think you posted it on your Instagram or something. Maybe that was story or something. Yeah.
Like 2 weeks ago, we went to see a live wrestling show. The first steel cage match in 37 years in Victoria.
Oh, shit.
We were in the front row. I high-fived a few guys.
Nice. Did you get sweat thrown at you?
No.
Oh.
No.
That's not exciting.
But it was fun.
You know what else is fun? This has been fun.
Yeah, it had been fun, and we're talking about that now in the past tense, so it's probably time to wrap it up.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We've reached the end. We've hit our 53 minutes, and now we gotta wrap it up.
We do, I think.
Smoke Signals, great movie. Rare, Jesse gives a higher score than Josh. That's only happened, let's see, that's only the third time that's happened this year. And this is like our 17th movie or 16th movie. So.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It is crazy, yeah. Like maybe the third time.
Josh, I hope you have a great evening. And I hope all the listeners have a great evening as well, or morning or afternoon or whatever you're doing. Or if you're sleeping right now, I hope you're sleeping quite soundly.
Right, the sound of our voices put you to sleep, so we hope that continues.
Yes, indeed.
Maybe I won't even put the ending theme song on there, just so you continue to sleep, and we can just kind of...
I can do like a mellow version. You want the mellow version to end our episode?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, here you go. It's over now. The episode is done. Sleep soundly now. We hope you had fun.